The meaning of number 2 in numerology, we understand numbers to have a mystical connection to the world of type. Often the numbers we encounter in our experience lug concealed messages from the globe of the spirit, giving us with the response to our questions concerning the nature of life and also our covert objective. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of content. If you are regularly seeing number 2, take this popular and free customized numerology video analysis by clicking the link in the description below. In life, there are lots of unanswered questions that have troubled people throughout the ages. What is the definition of life? What is my objective in this life? Concerns like these are frequently thought about to be undeniable. However, with the help of numerology, we can open the solution to these concerns and pertain to a far better understanding of the significance as well as function at work in the universe. By familiarizing ourselves with these definitions, we will certainly be more responsive to the messages that Spirit is sending our way, and gain much better gratitude of the concealed forces that are shaping our lives. The hidden definition of figures. In numerology, it is comprehended that each number has its own covert significance, a vibrational essence that resonates throughout the world, anywhere that number appears. When we come across that number in our daily lives, it carries a message from the globe of spirit concerning the real nature of our truth. 11 Angel indications. The truth is that numbers problem our experience in methods which we are not knowingly mindful. Our concepts of space, time, duration, order, as well as growth, are all conditioned by our understanding of the ways in which numbers are used to share the covert essence of reality. The significance of number 2. The number 2 comes promptly after number 1, which is both initial and self-sufficient. Number 2, for that reason, acquires much of its meaning unlike it. Unlike number 1, which is the variety of management, self-assertiveness, number 2 resonates with partnership, synergy and also a conjunction. If the number 1 is the high and good-looking leading man in a movie, number 2 will certainly be the sidekick with several positive high qualities of his very own, however, constantly standing in contrast to the leading actor in every scene. When your individual power reverberates with number 2, you are likely to be cooperative and also compliant, docile as well as diplomatic, simply put, a trouble solver. Symbolic definition of number 2. In the significant arcana of the tarot card, the number 2 card is the High Priestess. She is related to the duality of the body as well as spirit. Her earth is the moon, as well as her component, is water. Certainly, all of this stands in plain contrast to the number 1, whose tarot card is the Magician, associated with the clearness of the sun as well as whose element is fire. As opposed to thinking about these two as polar opposites, nevertheless, it may be much more helpful to think of them in regards to the comparison. Whenever we enter the globe or type, we are likely to do so with the type of unbridled imagination as well as the energy of the Magician. However, as life goes on and also we are taken into the setting of responding to events worldwide, we take on a second viewpoint on events, which is much more like that of the High Priestess. She has the very same imaginative powers as the illusionist, however, is cloistered far from the globe of the task as well as is concerned extra with intuitive as well as occult systems of understanding. Like the moon, the number 2 beams with an obtained light, yet still has motivating energy that is revealed in an introverted, emotional way. The spiritual significance of number 2. The contrast between numbers 1 and 2 is very much like the contrast between the first 2 hexagrams or KUA of the I Ching. Unlike the first hexagram, called the innovative concept in most translations of the I Ching, which is comprised totally of solid yang lines, the second KUA, which generally called the easy concept, is comprised entirely of damaged in lines. While it may seem as though these are the polar reverse, the truth is that the I Ching is revealing us a deeper fact that can be hard to recognize. Whether you are dealing with the active or the passive concepts, both have the same power to develop results on the planet of a kind. The passive principle is that facet of fact the Taoists call wu wei, or not doing. When we are lined up with the vibrational essence of number 2, we are really in a position of relying on the universe. As opposed to actively taking control of every scenario in our lives, and also, doing in an assertive feeling, we can trust that things are just being done. This passivity is not a kind of weak point but instead a deep understanding of the means truth functions. Fate and also the calling of spirit for number 2. If there is a special requiring those with a terrific quantity of 2 energy in their charts, it is a diplomatic call. This may not indicate sitting on the UN Protection Council, yet instead that you have the capacity to mediate in disputes at home or around the office, as well as can work as a placater in a manner that assists everybody entailed. In terms of karma, having the number 2 as your life course or soul urge number might suggest that you were not able to accept others in a previous life. In this life, you will certainly locate yourself in a variety of different circumstances in which you need to call on persistence, tact as well as diplomacy to prevent dispute. If your life has appeared to bring you a never-ending series of people who have been difficult to agree, this might be the karmic influence that you are dealing with. The primary challenge included with being a 2 is everything about controlling your feelings. The 2 vibrations can be heftily laden with emotions that can be difficult to take care of. Do you look for guidance on exactly how to reach your dream life? If you are frequently seeing 2, take this recommended and also totally free customized numerology video reading to help guide you in the right direction. Specifically before making any major life choices, preparing any huge relocations, or saying any I do's. Find your life path, soul urge and destiny numbers by clicking the link in the description. Please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you like this kind of content. Thanks for watching.